There's always a delay, and I don't know if it's going to open or not. And then we can't skip past this part. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Let's Play of Quest for Glory 4. So, when we last left, I promised that we would leave town, at least for a few minutes. We haven't done that much yet. And actually, that's another thing I kind of like about this game in contrast to, for example, Spielberg or Tarna, where you didn't really hang around in town much. There wasn't much to do. In fact, in Tarna, they had to keep forcing you to go back to town to get points, even though you probably wouldn't have if you didn't need the points. Because there was really no reason to return to Tarna. This game actually gives you several things to do in town. There's the Adventurers Guild, which I need to go grind our exercising for the day. There's a monastery. There's, Dr. Cranium's maze, which kind of took up a day. And so, first of all, there's stuff to do in town, which is really cool. But also, the fact that you stay in town to do these things kind of adds to the oppressive, scary feeling of the outside world. And they keep saying, don't go outside, don't go outside. And as you sort of start, yeah, maybe I shouldn't go outside. It does sound scary out there. So I really like how the town feels like a safe haven that you're kind of scared to leave. In a way that I don't think the other games really felt. Maybe Shapier, but there wasn't a whole lot to do outside Shapier, so... And we're going to go back to sneaking, because as I've said before, I don't really want to fight anything during the day. There's some stuff at night that I want to fight. Let's go check on Boris real quick, because Olga was really mad at him and told us to go say some unkind things. So let's go say some unkind things.
Welcome again to the gates of the Castle Borgov. I hope that you've been enjoying your visit to Moldavia.
Sure.
I am happy to know you're finding your way in Moldavia. I'm sure you will find this a most exciting place to visit.
Let's,
You have been very lucky so far in Moldavia. May you never meet something you cannot handle.
Let's tell him what Olga said.
You tell Boris what Olga said about him. He blushes.
Olga was always opinionated. I grew tired of listening to her complain about me all the time.
So now we have new options to talk about.
My wife has been gone for many years now.
We know that's not true.
I am very sorry, but I can only open this gate by the command of the master. The master seldom leaves the castle and has few guests.
So one of the things that we're able to ask him about is Katrina. Because we didn't ever really see her in town. So, and nobody mentioned her in town. So maybe she lives in the castle. We know that, there's 3 people in the castle. The master's daughter, and some kind of foreign visitor that is staying with them. Maybe Katrina's the master's daughter.
I do not know if anyone at the castle is named Katrina. My house is just inside the gates, and I seldom see anyone from the castle. Since the last boyar passed away many years ago, the castle has been uninhabited until recently. Now it is owned by the master, who is also my employer. It is not a bad job. I am paid well and on time.
God knows what he does with the money, since apparently he doesn't go to town.
Be careful in your travels. You never know what you may meet.
Maybe he's not paid in money. Maybe he's paid in food. He'd have to be, because where else would he get it? I'm not sure about the economics of this situation. Hello, Cherry. Boy, she just ran up on the desk, didn't she?
Good luck, and may your feet move faster than the thing that chases you.
Pretty girl. All right, I promised we would try to go find Irana's garden. So let's go try to find that. We don't know where it is, although I do have a map, and it's posted in the linked or the video description text. Hey, Cherry. Hi. You're being a little distracting. Did you know that? Did you know you're being distracting? I don't understand the concept of Let's Plays. Can you sit right here? Can you sit right here? Can you sit down? Thank you. Thank you. I'm not gonna. Okay. Too excited to sit down. Too many things to play. So we don't know exactly where Irana's garden is, unless we're looking at our map. But the hero doesn't have the map. But Dmitri, the Burgermeister, kind of gave us a general direction of that away. So we are going to go that away. Whoa, that is a hawk. A lot of hawks.
A tinkling brook winds its way through the forest. You are in the northern part of the forest. To the north, you can see the crypts of the cemetery.
Oh, well, I can't see those on my screen, but that sounds interesting. Let's go check out the cemetery. Oh, wow.
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery.
Jeez Louise. Lightning. Very thematically timed. So, what do we got here?
You don't notice anything special there? This soil has been recently removed from the open grave. Soon it will be back in place, covering another unfortunate soul.
I guess they
A fresh grave has recently been opened here.
pre-bury their graves here, or pre-dig their graves here.
2 spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business.
No, you can't be on the desk if you're going to keep trying to eat things. Yeah, I'm sorry. The desk is not for eating. The kitchen is where your food is. No. Go over there. Go over there. Good girl.
Alright, we got a tree.
The gnarly old trunk of this tree looks climbable for one skilled in such pursuits.
You are fast, girl. Came diving up here like a little...
Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
Huh.
This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains."
I wonder if that's the Rusalka.
An inscription on the door says, "House of Lygia Poe. May she rest forever." This headstone reads, "On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night."
Great.
The inscription on this headstone reads, "Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace."
Okay.
Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. to his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some barney stew.
Oh my.
Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation, it was a fatal recreation. Arkin Tenor walked at night. Arkin saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see?
So nobody here dies of old age. It's all scary, terrifying things.
A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest of the House of Borgov.
We're alone. There's nobody here to see us.
You sense no magic in this area.
No magic, okay.
No hurry. They'll put you in one of those in good time.
So we don't need to climb down in the grave. Jesus, creeping. Oh, good. One of the headstones is bleeding. That's not terrifying. The monastery where it said that the ritual, there was a bit that talked about where the rituals had been stored. The monastery said one of the rituals was stored in a hangman's tree.
You start to climb the old oak tree.
I don't want to climb it. I want to search it. That's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do.
You start to climb the old...
No, I don't want you to. Don't want you to. Can I look in this?
You start to climb...
No! Well, at least they put in a climbing practice area, although our climbing didn't go up, so...
The gnarly old trunk... You don't notice anything special?
So maybe this isn't the right tree. Is there anything in this crypt? Can we open it? Whoa, Jesus.
Great Scott, that rotting corpse sure gave you a fright. Fortunately, it was just a dead body, not some sort of horrible undead creature. Those only come out at night.
Let's put her back in, then.
That won't benefit you in any way. They evidently don't earn much around here. You find nothing of any value.
A lot of puns. So what about this door?
It is deathly silent beyond the door.
Can you open the door?
The door is securely locked and feels very solid. You examine the door closely. It's massive and well made. A large lock secures the door. Above the door is an intricate crest with the single word Borgov above it. The door is...
Borgov.
A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt.
Well, we could probably cast open on it, but we've got no reason to for right now, so let's not. Just be desecrating the dead a little bit more. But, yay, we visited the graveyard. So, let's go south.
You are...
Thank you, Cherry.
You are deep in the heart of the forest. Through the dense trees to the east, you catch just a glimpse of a small pond and a beautiful garden.
Well, that's interesting, but we can't get there from here. Maybe we have to go around.
You are in the southern part of the forest. Through the dense trees to the northeast, you can catch just a glimpse of a small pond and a beautiful garden.
What a good girl you're being. Yes, you are. Good girl. Just purring in my arms.
You are in the forest somewhere southeast of the town. To the north, you can see a beautiful garden and a gently flowing stream.
I'm actually really impressed that they put all of these descriptions in here to help you navigate the forest. That makes it a lot more fun to navigate than the Spielberg forest. Wow.
You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area. A soft, magical aura permeates the entire garden. Strong magic emanates from the fruit tree and the center of the pool in the stream. The lanterns are also magical.
So that was a lot of magic.
The stream is wider and slower at this point. It almost looks like a small pond. Someone has dug a large hole there, perhaps removing a bush or a small tree.
Well, we know how to fix that. Here is the little bonsai that this bush was obviously carefully and lovingly cared for until someone relocated it to the goo. It looks delicate and strong at the same time.
You plant the bonsai in the hole and scrape some of the rich soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes.
So we got points for that.
Yes, we did. We got points for the bonsai. There we are, 6 points for planting the bonsai bush.
Look how happy it is.
The bonsai bush is thriving in the rich soil.
I don't know that it needs it, but let's, Oh, I don't have any empty flasks. I was gonna get an empty flask and get some water and pour water on it. But I don't want to use the rehydration formula. That's supposed to be special.
A cobbled stone pathway winds through the garden. It's an ornate oriental lantern. Lovely flowers bloom throughout the garden. The fruit tree is laden with luscious-looking fruits of many kinds. It must be one of the rare mixed fruit trees.
We already have some flowers, but let's go pick up some more.
You pick a few of the beautiful flowers.
And let's take some fruit.
As you approach the tree, the fruit vanishes.
Huh. Does it come back when we walk away? Maybe if we exit and come back? So what if we used a fetch spell?
Your magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit from its branches.
Woohoo! I thought we would eat it because, we were always eating Irana's fruit. Oh, it's a mana fruit. This unusual looking fruit came from the tree in Irana's garden. You sense a tingling sensation from the magical energy stored within it. So, we can get one of those once per day. Like we can get the healing and poison cure spell or potions from the doctor. So that's cool. And there was also something, a spell on the pond. So we're going to use Trigger. And that's interesting.
A magical fountain has sprung up from the water. At the top is a huge tulip, its flower tightly closed.
Well, we've got an open spell.
Your spell has opened the tulip. Resting within the flower is a scroll.
And one more fetch.
You capture the scroll with your fetch spell. As you read the scroll, knowledge of how to cast a protection spell enters your mind. Then the scroll vanishes. Protection is a sort of magical shield which will help guard you from physical attacks.
Excellent. So it's getting kind of close to nighttime, and everyone warned us we shouldn't be out at night. And considering the things that we read about in the manual, I'm tempted to agree with them that we shouldn't be out at night. So let's skedaddle, to use the proper parlance. Our stealth must be working. We haven't gotten attacked by any wyverns. Although I guess that's like having a rock that keeps tigers away. Don't know if it was the rock or the lack of wyverns. But I don't like getting hit by wyverns. And we'll stand back up. So, what I would like to do is go to the Adventurers Guild. Hi, Igor. And we can rest a couple times to get our stamina up.
You consider placing a...
Oh, crumbs. Did we already step today?
There's only a certain amount...
I guess we did. I forgot, and I thought we hadn't. Sorry, my mistake. So, evening is coming. And I wonder if it's night enough yet for me to... I forgot to do this. There we go, detect.
You sense magic radiating from the staff and protecting this area.
Okay. Arana's whole thing was non-violent spells. So, like spells that would literally prevent you from being violent. So, it's not surprising that the staff has a protection spell around it that covers the area.
You get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic.
I do not believe that anyone has anything new to say right now. So we're going to go up to our room. And we're going to rest until midnight and come downstairs and meet the Domovoy again. I'm a little nervous about that. I would like to make sure we don't render the game unwinnable by not meeting with him. I wish there was a rest until midnight option.
After some rest, you feel better.
But there is not. There was in
After some
Quest for Glory 2. I think.
After some rest.
I don't remember what all the shape you're in options were. What time is it? Not quite there yet.
After some...
You're getting tired. There's the Domovoy.
Notice the Domovoy is watching you from its usual place.
Hi.
Good you here. Many things talk about, many things need to do. Hero talk good, hero deeds better. You help, Domovoy. Help you I will. Oh, many sad things in Mordavia. Many sad things need your help. Gnome need help. Nikolai need help. Yuri and Bela need help. Olga and Boris need help. Others need help. Even Domovoy need help. You help some. Maybe you help others,
Well, I would like to.
Yuri very, very sad. Innkeeper Bela very, very sad. Very, very bad thing happen. Not even Domovoy magic can help. Need hero. Need powerful hero. Someday, maybe you be powerful enough. First help me, then I help you.
How can I help you?
You help Domovoy, Domovoy help you. Not far from in bad place is. Very bad place. For sure bad place door try to kill you. Magic symbol you need. Magic symbol on door will open. In bad place Domovoy is. Domovoy not alive. Domovoy not dead. Domovoy very dry. Domovoy you help. More help I give you. See you I will again after you help Domovoy. In Mordavia, many strange things are. Some strange things good, Lishi good thing to meet. Forest Lishi lives. Funny fellow Lishi is. Play games with Lishi. Lishi you help. In Mordavia, many undead things are. Some dead things not bad, only not know they dead. Once dead thing know it is dead, peace it will have. You help good dead thing, maybe good dead thing help you. In Mordavia, many bad undead things are. At night, undead walk. From bad dead things, stay away, unless bad fight you want. In Mordavia, some bad undead things not look bad. Rusalka very, very pretty. Rusalka kill you will try. Oh, poor sad Rusalka, killed by untrue lover, now kill others. Maybe you be kind to Rusalka. Rusalka not kill you. Then again, maybe Rusalka kill you will anyway,
He's very helpful.
Castle bad place. Nobody alive there but monsters. Very dangerous to go there. Someday you go there. Not go there now.
Nobody
Need
alive
to
there?
be very strong, smart, and powerful. Need to know many things. Not yet, not now. Too dangerous. You die, and no more hero for Mordavia. Soon, no Mordavia. Bad things soon happen. Bad things soon come. Very bad thing. Very, very bad thing. Great big bad thing. Need powerful hero. Need smart hero. Hero help make very, very bad thing come. Hero help make very, very bad thing go. No hero, then very, very bad thing stay. Very, very bad thing for Mordavia. In castle, many things dead, many things undead. How to really help Tanya, I not know. Staff in town plenty powerful magic, but not know how to use it. Maybe gypsies know. Talk to gypsies.
Okay, so that was a lot of information, and not all of it made a lot of sense. We don't know who Tanya is, but we do know that Domovoys should be trusted and listened to.
You help me, I help you many, many ways.
It doesn't seem.
So let's go ahead and go back upstairs to our room.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
And we'll save our game again, and maybe if we're really lucky, we might get another conversation while we sleep. I don't know if they occur if you wait until after midnight.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get.
Alright, we've seen that one before. Nothing new with Yuri. So off we go. Oh.
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That ties it. The little weasel never goes anywhere, for crying out loud.
Yeah, except when he's with that wacko, crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? He got a taste for meat.
It was a full moon outside last night, I'm telling ya.
Here, somebody's going to jail. Justice must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax, go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later, go home.
So apparently Igor is missing, and it sounds like they've captured someone who they think is responsible.
Hold it, Slick. Don't you know what a werewolf is? A man who turns into a wolf.
Yeah, when he's sunbathing at night, you know? It's the full moon that does it.
Listen, the werewolf eats children, which don't make him all bad.
Igor was not a child.
Hey, Yuri's daughter was eaten by one, huh?
No one knows what happened to Tanya. You cannot say she was eaten.
Oh. So
What else
that's
could
who
have happened?
Tanya was.
I mean, we have the werewolf that did...
It'll break out of your little trick-or-treat jail and eat us all.
Hans, not one word about Tanya eaten by a werewolf will you make to Yuri. He and Bella have been hurt too deeply. As you are a man, do not open the wounds again.
Well, I'll tell you what, you suit yourself, pal. But at least they can be avenged now upon the werewolf!
Okay.
The gravedigger's missing!
I mean, we looked everywhere. He's usually under my wife's bed.
We even tried to talk to that quack Dr. Cranium.
That ridiculous doorbell!
Yeah.
At first, we thought he might be lost.
Then we found the gypsy.
The gypsy did it. He toasted Igor.
Yeah, and then he ate him. Check his breath. It smells like Igor.
Poor Igor.
I'm telling you, gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, gypsies are all tramps and thieves.
Gypsies cannot be trusted.
I think we're fixing to have one less gypsy around here.
Okay. So let's focus on what we've just learned. Besides all the... So the double boy last night mentioned Tanya, and we didn't know who that was. But from context, apparently Tanya is Yuri and Bella's daughter, and something happened to her, and they're not sure what. They think she was eaten by a werewolf, but Dimitri says that they don't know that. But presumably she's dead or missing. And now apparently Igor has gone missing, and nobody knows where he is. And it looks like everyone has the same dialogue options. Let's go talk to Dimitri.
A gypsy was found right outside the town gates. We brought him here for questioning.
Why don't you have a bake sale, pal, and send away for a clue? Everyone knows that gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, little Igor was somebody's Big Mac, and you want us to just go home?
That werewolf is a danger to us all. Think of our families and our mistresses.
Do you think I would endanger the town by allowing him to escape? The gypsy is securely locked up. He will not get away.
That doesn't really seem fair. They found somebody outside of town and just pounced him.
Werewolves are mere peasant tales.
You want to see a peasant tale, pal? Look, we all know that werewolves are real.
Yeah, I saw the movie. They turn into wolves by the full moon.
They are harmed only by silver in wolf form.
They're allergic to wolf's bane.
There's a poem about it, okay? Even a man who's pure in heart.
And says his prayers by night.
Enough! Enough! It is all hearsay and speculation.
May become a wolf when the wolf bane blooms.
Oh, that's beautiful. And the autumn moon is bright.
Or so the charming legend says.
I am trying to do the job to which I was appointed. I am trying to make certain that justice...
Justice? Justice schmustice, Einstein. Was it justice that little Igor was murdered and wound up the blue plate special?
Yeah, the murderer was caught, and I want to hit him. Let the punishment begin.
Right. Dan will have justice.
Am I the Burgomaster or am I not? I have said all that there is to be said about this subject. The gravedigger was missing last night.
And we matriculated on down to the cemetery to search, see?
Yeah, but we didn't have far to go. Just outside town, we caught ourselves a werewolf.
Yeah, but we found no trace of poor old Igor.
Enough! Igor is missing. We do not know what happened to him. It is none of your...
Perfect. The gravedigger Igor's been killed.
And we captured a werewolf!
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Go home. Just go home, all of you. You do not know the truth yet.
We're gonna make the little gypsy tell the truth, don't you worry.
Yeah, let's see how much lying he does after we take his teeth out by hand.
Dimitri, dude, listen,
No, you listen, all of you. There is nothing to be done until we know all the facts. Now go home and let me do my job, please.
Okay.
You say, hello, to the group.
Ah, the stranger. Have you heard that Igor was killed and we...
Will you stop saying that? We only know that Igor is missing.
But we already have Igor's murderer.
We have a gypsy, that is all.
But you know that all gypsies are werewolves.
I do not know that, and neither do any of you. If you would stop listening to old wives' tales and start thinking, you'd realize only that the gravedigger is missing and all else is in your imaginations.
You ask if you can help in the investigation. After all, you are a bona fide hero.
Oh dear.
We already have the murderer.
We ourselves have solved this.
We are the heroes here.
Look, if you can prove one way or another what happened to Igor, I would be glad of it. I do not like blaming someone for a crime that may not even have been committed.
So, thank God that Dmitri seems level-headed and not interested in a witch hunt.
The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor.
That's a lot.
Come to look at the prisoner, or just to talk some more?
So we can say the gypsy is innocent.
It will take more than talk to set the gypsy free.
God, I really wish they would stop using that word. And it's going to be harder when we go and visit their camp, because I do not believe that the term like Romani is ever used, and I do believe they call themselves gypsies, and real life Romani people are 100% allowed to reclaim that term. Fictional Romani people written by presumably a white writing staff that probably didn't have a sensitivity reader on them on staff is a bit more tricky, because self-identification of a fictional character is not the same thing as self-identification with real people. So I don't know how to navigate that, and it's going to be tricky. But we will continue on.
You can talk to the gypsy yourself. He hasn't said much to anyone. Sometimes I think Mordavia is cursed. We live with so much real and present danger that we start to imagine things and overreact. Just because some folks find a gypsy when Igor is missing, they blame the gypsy. Now everyone in town thinks the gypsy is a raving werewolf out to eat us all. They act like frightened fools. I'm not certain what to do. I don't think that the gypsy had anything to do with Igor, but unless there is some real proof, the gypsy will burn. I can't leave the gypsy here by himself, yet someone needs to find out about Igor. Everyone else in town just assumes the gypsy is guilty. Igor is missing, and the townspeople seem sure that this gypsy is the cause.
Well,
I am not so sure myself, but there's very little I can do until Igor is found.
I do like that there's a reason why the Burgermeister isn't out looking for Igor. He feels like if he leaves his office, the townspeople will enter it and hurt the prisoner. Can we talk to the prisoner?
In such a small village, The gypsy glares at you in sullen silence. The gypsy looks at you with disdain. The gypsy spits in your general direction.
That's fair enough.
The gypsy ignores you.
Oh God, stop saying that
You
word.
tell the gypsy that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. The gypsy doesn't seem to believe you.
Well then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone.
Good point. Let's leave.
It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please watch for him.
So let's go talk to Olga real quick.
Calm down, everyone. Give me a little more time.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, Gandhi, but we have waited long enough.
Yeah, he's right. I got first dibs. That gypsy's gonna pay.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker. He's gonna burn at the stake.
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you shall have your burning.
Jeez, Dmitri, don't give us any time. Let's go talk to Olga. Maybe she knows something. She knows everything, right?
Have you heard? Igor the Gravedigger is missing. They say the gypsy did it. We may have a werewolf on a stake soon.
Maybe she doesn't. Well, we can tell her about Boris.
So...
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh?
Perhaps I shall. But first, let's look at our inventory. 10 rations, and we do have a garlic bulb. Okay, let's head out. Well, actually, let's check and see if she knows anything about Igor.
What would you like to know about?
Okay, there's some more stuff.
Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy. Werewolves are gypsies, no question about it. They change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night, you hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here. Igor didn't return to town the other night. Poor man. Something dreadful happened to him. Eaten alive, more's the pity. The gypsy was right outside town. The very nerve of some people. No sooner did it eat poor Igor that it went off looking for someone else to chew on. Everyone knows how gypsies are werewolves. I don't know how I'll sleep with that beast so close. We should burn him as quickly as possible. And I told Dmitri that. Otherwise, who knows what will happen when that gypsy gets loose? We'll all be eaten.
Okay.
That is a bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it. It is dangerous and should have been torn down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it, so don't let your curiosity be the death of you. Listen, you make sure, and you tell that good-for-nothing how much I resented having to sit here doing his work for him while he was off carousing with those other fools.
That's a fair complaint. I don't like Bella, Olga and everything she says. But that is a fair complaint. And y'all are still out here. Great.
Yeah.
Same language as before. So, let's go back here where we last saw Igor. There's no headstone there, which he had been working on one. So he didn't leave it. Maybe he's at Dr. Cranium's. They said, oh good, we don't have to use the bell anymore. They said that they tried to go to Dr. Cranium's, but they didn't get in.
I have done it! The world shall not soon forget the genius of Dr. Cranium. The experiment is a success. Behold, Frankie! Ho, ho, ho. Is she not something? I'm looking forward to an exhilarating series of experiments with her. Ah, a very nice Frankie. I'm sure you will agree. Just as I planned. I believe she has all the assets necessary to become a premier scientific laboratory assistant.
Could it be? Has Dr. Cranium at last succeeded in the ancient dream of bringing back life to the dead? Or is this just someone who had a little too much to drink at the mad doctor's party last night?
That would be worse. She's restrained, so that would be horrible. We can't talk to her. So we can only talk to Dr. Cranium.
You say,
Frankie has been helping to keep me company in your absence. Still, it is good to have you visit.
you talk about your explorations in Moldavia and the many amazing creatures you've encountered.
Yes, that is the way of the true scientist. Do not rely on what others have told you, but experience them for yourself. I am glad that you are finding your vacation in Moldavia an educational experience.
This is, I don't really want to talk about all these things, but
I am a genius! I shall be famous everywhere! There have been others who have worked on the reanimation of dead tissue, but no scientist has a Frankie like mine! Whoopee!
very happy for you.
Science? Ha! You ask me about science? Just look at Frankie there and you will understand the purpose of science. It is to acquire the knowledge of the very nature of life itself, and to create what those less informed would call miracles with that knowledge. Here you are. Here
You are?
of it is
You are?
of
Let's just
You
go
want-
ahead and get 3 empty flasks.
This poor, benighted, unscientific town used to be a thriving community. Lately, however, the birth rate has dropped, and anyone careless enough to be caught out at night tends not to return. The heavy rains of the last few years have also put a damper on the local economy. The only road out of the valley has become covered by an endless and impassable swamp. I have not received a single delivery of scientific equipment this year. It is terrible.
You said months ago you had left to go to Spielberg.
Is she not a wonder? My Frankie, fully functional in every way. In fact, I imagine she could even,
Why? Why would they put this in here?
I am sorry, but I really cannot reveal the nature of the experiments Frankie and I intend to perform. The world may not yet be ready for them. More importantly, I do not want anyone else taking credit for my results. Besides, Frankie is a little shy.
I mean, in addition to all kinds of weird, creepy consent issues, it's like...
Do not be concerned if you should be unable to reach me during the next few days. Frankie and I shall be engaged in some very important and engrossing scientific research.
There's the weird necrophilia hints as well. Just why? Why? I doubt Nikolai has seen Igor. Nope, not an option to ask. So, it's said that they caught the stranger out here because they were going to the cemetery to look for Igor. Apparently, they never actually arrived at the cemetery, so let's try that, the graveyard. We did notice that the headstone he was working on was gone, so maybe he took it to the cemetery to set it up or leave it there. Maybe he broke a leg in the forest.
You hear a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below. This headstone does not have an epitaph, yet. How about that old one? Death is just nature's way of telling you to slow down.
Can we...
It doesn't say much. You shout into the no longer empty grave. You hear a muffled, indistinguishable moan from the grave.
I mean, maybe it's a monster, but maybe it's Igor? Let's try. Hey!
Igor saved! Kind stranger saved Igor! Good kind stranger! Igor happy grave, not Igor's grave!
Woohoo!
This headstone.
So, we got some points for that. We're at 137. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. So let's head back to town. Maybe we can follow Igor and make sure he doesn't get eaten by a bunny along the way. We haven't fought a bunny yet. They are quite vicious. They have nasty, big, pointy teeth. And we also want to check and make sure that the unfairly accused prisoner has been released and not burnt at the stake. Let's go see Dimitri.
The gypsy is gone.
Good.
Welcome back. I suppose you've heard all the latest news by now.
Gone in a good way?
The gypsy is no longer my prisoner. Good riddance. I would not have enjoyed burning him at the stake. I'm just glad this whole thing is over. I hope this is the last of people disappearing mysteriously around here. The townspeople are foolish sometimes. They want easy answers instead of difficult solutions.
Well, that's...
Farewell, and take care of yourself.
That is a thing. So, that is probably a good...
Farewell, and thank you for helping Igor. I did not believe the gypsy was guilty, and I did not want to burn him at the stake.
That is probably a good place to end for this video. We saved Igor from, being stuck in a grave, which is dangerous in the long term. And we saved the stranger, whose name we don't know, from being burned at the stake for a crime he did not commit. So, I mean, all in all, I feel like we did pretty well. So, with that, we will go ahead and end this video. I do not think... Yeah, we're still at 137. So, when we return, we will, honestly probably go around town and talk to people and make sure everybody's okay and nothing, no hard feelings about the whole Igor situation. And, then we will maybe go back out in the forest again. Once again, my name is Anna Mardall. Thank you for coming along with me, and I will see you in the next playthrough. Bye-bye.